What's up, guys? I'm Hi here with a deck tech for an extremely stupid or perhaps extremely awesome and fun deck, depending on your style. But this is a meme or a janky deck after all. And what the hell do we even mean when we say a deck is a meme deck? Well, different people may have different interpretations of that, but it may mean just an extremely isolated or concentrated or perhaps stupid strategy, as we'll see with this. But this deck is so fringe, frankly, I don't even know what to call it. I've got a stupid name of Tough Turtles, but it is really an assigns damage equal to creature's toughness or assault formation deck, as we'll see here. But ever since Wizards started printing these cards that allow creatures to deal combat damage equal to their toughness, people have been brewing and trying to find ways to use these types of cards and exploit creatures that have very low casting costs but high toughness and low power, which basically leverages these cards and turns this into actually an extremely insane rate. To have a effectively 5 power creature for 1 mana is actually pretty insane. So as silly as this deck is, it actually can do some really powerful things, and we've got at least some anecdotal evidence and recently where a arena player by the name of the Fresh Produce had at least posted to Twitter or tweeted that they were kind of just playing this deck as a joke through Diamond and kind of laughed their way all the way into Mythic with it. So as we'll see, it can do some really powerful things. I've got kind of the basic shell here that most people would build this deck, but in addition to Assault Formation that grants our creatures that effect of dealing damage equal to their toughness rather than their power, we've got an additional copy of it in Huatli, the Sun's Heart. And then if we go take a look at our creatures, my build, I've got 4 Ornithopters. We've got a lot of sea creatures, as we'll see. 4 Aegis Turtles, another 0/5, 0/4 Merfolk Secretkeeper. We've got a 0/4 Shorecomber Crab, a Thriving Turtle at 0/3 that can basically become a 1/4 on its first attack with these energy effects. Then we've got, rounding things out, an Arboreal Grazer, a 0/3 that can also power out land into play. And then we've also got a Tetsuko, which is awesome in this deck, that effectively makes all of our creatures unblockable. So that, with the power of just these insane rates of effectively having a 5/5 creature for 1 mana, can create some very quick deaths for our opponent. And we can actually achieve a turn 3 kill with this deck a variety of ways. There's multiple avenues to get there, but with this build I've included with the Ornithopter, you could be dropping 1 or 2 of these on the first turn, in addition to a turtle or something else stupid. And so on the second turn, you perhaps play Assault Formation. On the third turn, you've got Tower Defense, powerful combat trick to give all of your creatures +0/+5. And quickly on the third turn, you're hitting for well over 20 damage and killing your opponent, assuming they don't have anything, of course. Now, do I think this is a tier 1 strategy? Not yet, not by any means. But it's still something fun to keep an eye on as new cards get printed. More creatures or different combat effects may come out that could make this deck even more powerful than it is now. So it's at least something fun to keep an eye on. And also, the reason I don't think it's tier 1, as I said, it's good enough to just beat in a best of 1 or a game 1 situation. It can roll over pretty much any deck depending on how the cards line up. There's a lot of decks just can't deal with this much power and attacking that early. But it's probably obvious to see, but having to turn on our creatures makes it so these 8 cards are absolutely critical. If we don't have a Huatli or Assault Formation, we most often will mulligan our hand just because it's absolutely critical of a card. I mean, if we don't have these in play, our creatures, we're just playing a bunch of stupid creatures and kind of sitting there doing nothing. So again, these cards are absolutely critical. You do want to mulligan for them if you are going to try to roll with this deck on the ladder, at least just to give it a spin for fun. You will absolutely want to be mulliganing to these cards. And also, they don't do anything in multiples. So having 8 of them is really just for redundancy. It's just a blanket effect. We don't get any bonuses for having more than one assault formation in play. And one last thing, my deck I've opted for no creatures with Defender, but you can search up and find there are some good Defender creatures to use as well, but I don't think that's the way to go with Assault Formation, even though it enables the possibility to, for 1 green, turn on a Defender creature and be able to attack with it. The mana cost to do that is just so taxing that it's going to be kind of just too slow to really get going what you want to do and attack as fast as possible. So I would advise against that. But otherwise, the deck, again, can just roll over anything. It's a lot of fun. It's really can be really stupid, but just something to be aware of. But anyways, guys, I'm Sci-Hi. Please like and subscribe, and good luck on the ladder. Peace.